How you doing? You alright? Yeah? What brings you to the protest today?
What do you think?
Are you with this group, guys?
I'm with any group, mate.
Okay, can I ask you just to stand over there, please, just for your safety?
For my safety? What do you mean?
And
I'm
for
a
this group
journalist,
as well.
please.
I get that.
Card
Okay.
with you?
Pardon?
Have you got your card with you?
I don't know, who am I speaking to? Who wants to? Because I don't know which one.
My sergeant just asked you a question.
Okay.
Have you got your journalist card with
Right from the start, this encounter feels tense, but not explosive yet. We've got officers engaging with a man at a protest who immediately identifies himself as a journalist. Now, protests are already high-pressure environments, and when you add filming, rights, and police authority into the mix, things can escalate fast. The officer claims it's for your safety, but the journalist isn't buying it, and that's where the friction begins. Is this a genuine safety concern, or the beginning of a control tactic? Stick around because this situation is about to turn into a legal tug-of-war that raises serious questions about rights, authority, and accountability.
Do I need it?
Well, journalists generally carry them if they're
Do you know on
covering
the
a story.
NUJ website, it clearly states that my press card can't be used as identification to prove that I'm a journalist or not.
Okay, so how do you know that's what your role is here?
Well, you disprove it's not.
Okay, but I don't think that these groups know you, and I'm worried
So?
that might cause a disorder.
What? Say that again? Just so I understand
these
that, yeah?
groups don't know you.
Yeah.
And they're here exercising their right
Okay.
to protest.
Okay.
And if you're here for a reason other than that,
Okay.
then there's a potential that it might.
Here's where things get interesting. The journalist pushes back hard, citing the NUJ guidelines and essentially saying, I don't need a press card to prove I'm a journalist. And technically, he's not wrong. Press freedom laws in many places do allow individuals to document public events without formal ID. The officer, however, is trying to establish control by questioning his legitimacy. This is a classic standoff, authority versus rights. But notice how the officer shifts the concern, not about ID anymore, but about potential disorder. That's a broad and subjective claim. So the real question is this about safety, or is it about limiting someone who's recording the situation?
Be a disorder, isn't
So
there?
because these people don't know me, I'm a stranger, there might be disorder,
Potentially,
potentially.
yeah. And
Because
it's
these
our
people
job-
don't know me.
It's our job to stop any potential
Because
disorder.
these people don't know me.
Well, yeah.
So are you basically saying that these people attack strangers?
No, not at all.
No.
So I'm safe then, aren't I?
Not necessarily, no.
So are
we
you
don't
saying
know
then?
that.
So are
Our
you
job is
saying
to
then?
stop any disorder
Are you
that could
saying that these
happen.
people attack strangers?
Not at all. That's
So I'm safe then, aren't I?
I'm worried to see how that's how
I'm
you've
so
taken
safe
what
then, aren't
how
I?
I've said
Well, under
that.
Section 17 of the Public Order Act, yeah, clearly states, yeah, in legislation, yeah, that I'm allowed to observe and report and document a protest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that from a distance.
So hold on a minute, yeah?
Within the group to do
So,
that.
hold on a minute. I'm allowed to ask questions.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to interview people. Okay, and that's what I've done. I approached over here, and I asked the two young
It
looks
like they
yeah.
didn't want to talk to you because they.
Well, they smiled at me. So the first thing was, we can play it back if you want, because they smiled at me and greeted me.
Yeah.
The moment that you come over, yeah, was when they then disengaged and walked over there.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I've got it all on camera and it's live at the moment. Yeah. So we can see what happened. You know, and for you to turn around and say that a stranger can come to Southampton and he's in danger because people don't know him, I think it's a bit strange, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure that's what I said.
Well, we can play it back again if you want.
Yeah, you can do. But
We can do, can't we, yeah?
essentially, I think that there could be a disorder if you're.
Well,
with your
listen,
presence
I don't
here.
know. You don't even know who I am. Who am I?
I haven't asked you for your details.
Who am
yet.
I? So what do you mean my presence? How do you know that I'm not a left-wing reporter?
It doesn't matter who. I haven't
So how
said
do
that
you know
are,
this?
I haven't said that you are or not, have I? Have I said either way?
Well, how do you know this? So why are you saying that? Why are you
So
saying?
I've already asked them, would
Yeah.
they like to talk to you, and they've politely said no.
That's
So
okay.
we just asked them a simple.
Go and ask every single.
Now the officer doubles down, suggesting that the journalist's presence could cause disorder simply because the group doesn't know him. That's a very shaky justification. In public spaces, especially protests, people don't need to know each other to coexist. The journalist cleverly flips the argument, asking, "So are you saying these people attack strangers?" That's a powerful rhetorical move because it exposes the weakness in the officer's logic. From a policing standpoint, Officers are trained to anticipate risks, but they also need reasonable grounds, not just hypotheticals. Right now, this is starting to feel less like prevention and more like assumption.
Listen to me. We've listened to you.
Yeah.
We've asked a simple request
Yeah.
for you to film over there.
And I'm denying
So
that simple request.
Okay. So
and you can ask
film.
every single person here. Yeah, if they don't want to talk to me, that's up to them.
Okay.
I'm allowed to ask and I'm allowed to interview people under Section 17 of the Public Order Act.
And
So-
all we're asking you to do is to do that over there.
No.
If people feel that they want to come over,
That's not how it works.
Conversation.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how the law works.
Created some distance,
Talking to
okay?
each and every single person, because
So how do you...
they're listening to their speakers.
Exactly, and I would like to
They're
listen
doing-
as well, to be
That's
honest
fine,
with you.
you can hear
No,
it
I'll
from
listen
over
from
there.
here, thank you very much. You know, you don't need to be, I don't know why you're treating me like this for, but you don't...
We've been nothing but polite with you, sir.
Well, you haven't.
we?
You've told me that you think I'm going to be in danger. You know, that's kind of making me a little bit nervous and anxious, to be
Well,
honest
if
with
you
you.
feel nervous and anxious, then you'd probably be safer
Yeah.
to be on the
Do you mind
side
just
of the
leaving me
road.
alone, please, anyway, yeah?
Nonsense, come off it. The enemy is profit. Tax a wretched house and vote. Nonsense, come off it. The enemy is profit. Tax a wretched house and vote.
Yeah, I think we can agree on that, I reckon, to be honest. I know. Public street means public rules. That's why they have things like legislation. That's why we have rights in this country. Look, freedom and community, look. They're actually chanting it as well. Yeah, they're actually chanting it. And you get the police trying to disrupt it. Why would they do that? Crazy. It's a protest. People are here with cameras. Surely the idea of a protest is to get your message out there, to get it like...
Unfortunately, we can't hear our message.
Oh, that's okay, I'm talking. So there we go, you get interrupted. But surely to God, the actual point of the protest is to get your message out as far as
We
you
are going to come and
can.
take your details.
At this point, the situation escalates because the journalist refuses to move. And this is critical. He's asserting his legal right to film and interact within a public protest. Officers often try to create soft boundaries by asking people to move, even when they may not have strict legal grounds. The journalist calls this out, saying that's not how the law works, and he's right to question it. But at the same time, the officer is trying to manage the crowd and prevent disruption. This is where policing gets tricky, balancing individual rights with crowd control. The problem? If the legal basis isn't clear, it can quickly look like overreach.
Because you
For
are
what?
disrupting people now.
I'm not, I'm
You
talking
are.
on my
You
camera.
are, yeah, but they're trying to listen. So just come over here.
What do you
we're
mean?
gonna
For
I'll
what?
ask your details.
Under
please.
what section?
Under
Section 50 of the police reform
So,
act.
okay,
Yeah.
so what part of Section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act then am I breaking?
Section 50 of police reform
Yeah, I
act.
know.
To
But,
require
okay.
your name and address.
Okay, that's okay.
When
But
antisocial behaviour is taking place, and the likelihood of that to take place.
Okay. But in Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, it states under subsection Bravo, I need to be committing something under Section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act, okay? Yeah, so I need to know what I'm breaching under Section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act.
Okay, so listen to me, I'll listen
Okay,
to you. So
okay.
Section 50 of the police reform act allows
Yes.
me to ask you to provide your name and address.
Yeah,
okay?
I know it does.
All right, when likelihood of antisocial behaviour is going to
Yeah.
take place or is taking place.
I know it does.
Okay, all right, you've been
I know
over
it does.
here. Okay, and that's the fourth person now.
No, it's not.
Two people have walked away, and
I'm
two people
standing
over
at the
there.
back.
Two people
But anyway.
have asked. Listen.
Yeah, I'm
I've listened
listening.
to you, so stop
Yeah, go
talking
on.
over me, please, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and two people have asked you to stop interrupting them because they can't hear their speeches. Okay,
Yeah.
we're here to facilitate a peaceful
Yeah.
protest. Okay?
Okay.
And everyone has their view and their right to do
Yeah,
that.
okay.
And we're here to facilitate that. You have your right to be here as well.
Okay.
Okay, but we need to prevent
okay.
any disorder occurring or any likelihood of groups clashing. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
we don't want that.
I'm not involved in those groups.
Okay. And
So
what
go on, no, first and foremost, yeah, tell me under subsection Bravo in the police Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, it states quite clearly I need to be committing something in Section 2 in the Antisocial Behaviour Act. So before, I would like you to tell me what I've committed in the Antisocial Behaviour Act for you to warrant my details. Once you give me that and tell me that information, I'll give you the details, no problem.
Okay.
Okay?
So like I've said...
No.
Listen. Like I said,
that's
the
not
likelihood,
a reason, Giz.
Okay, the likelihood of harassment, alarm, distress being caused to people.
Well,
okay,
by what actions?
By your actions, your presence being here, filming to people,
standing and filming in a public place,
trying to exercise their right for a peaceful protest.
So standing and filming in a public place, yeah, it does not class as antisocial behaviour for one, sir. And secondly, yeah, filming a protest, Section 17 of the Public Order Act, and I suggest we can get one of your blue hat legislation people, public order, yeah, and maybe they can because I need to be committing something in Section 2.
Now we hit a major turning point. The officer invokes Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, demanding the journalist's name and address. This is serious because failure to comply can lead to arrest. But the journalist doesn't panic. He goes straight into legal mode, arguing that Section 50 only applies if antisocial behavior is involved. And he keeps repeating that filming in public does not qualify. This is a textbook example of someone who knows the law standing their ground. Meanwhile, the officer tries to justify it by saying people felt distressed or disrupted. But here's the key issue. Is that enough to legally justify the demand?
Of the Antisocial Behaviour Act. And I haven't. Anything you've just told me, I'm happy to give you the details. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, but if you're not going to get them, require them legally and obtain them legally, I won't give them, because if you do arrest me, I'm going to sue you. Do you know what I mean? I've got no problem giving you the details at all. If you want them, not a problem. But you have to take them lawfully and legally, yeah?
Okay. And like I've said, okay, it's the likelihood of harassment, alarm,
but what
stress,
my behaviour, standing and filming in public, standing and filming a public protest in public.
Yep.
That is what you're saying. That is what
correct.
You're saying.
But like I said,
that is what you're saying.
Okay, stop talking over me, please. 2 people have already walked away because of your presence. They felt distressed by that to make that action to walk away. 2 other people have asked you to stop talking over this. They can't hear. Okay, so I require your name and address. If you fail to give your name and address under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act,
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you
will
is,
be arrested.
I know that, and I've already said to you, I've got no problem with giving you my name and address.
Yep.
Now, what I say is, under subsection B of 2015 Police Reform Act, Section 50, it states quite clearly I need to be committing something in Section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act. And we can get it up, we can look at this, yeah, because I know it inside out, yeah. Now, antisocial behaviour, yeah, the antisocial behaviour part, me filming a public protest, yeah, under Section 17 of the Public Order Act, yeah, does not breach them conditions. But as you're threatening to arrest me, and I now feel that under duress, okay, yeah, that I am going to be arrested. Yeah, hold on, let me finish. As I feel under duress, yeah, that you are going to arrest me, I will require your collar numbers, first and foremost, yeah, and I will give you all my details, and on Monday morning, you will hear from my lawyer, because I've explained to you live, okay, that I need to be committing something in Section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act. Now, what you've said I've committed is not a crime and is not in the Antisocial Behaviour Act, okay? So, it's happy. If you threaten to arrest me under duress, you take my deed. He did.
Well, that's because we are required under Section 50.
Yeah, I get that. Listen, I fully get that. Yes, I'm going to pass them now. I fully get.
Interestingly, instead of pushing further, the journalist offers to walk away. That's a smart move. It de-escalates the situation while also avoiding giving details under questionable grounds. But notice the officer's response. He warns that returning could be seen as intentional troublemaking. That's a subtle shift from enforcement to deterrence. It's almost like the goal is no longer compliance, but removal. This raises a bigger question about policing tactics. Are officers resolving the situation or just moving the problem out of sight?
I fully get that. Yeah, I fully get that. But what I'm saying to you is,
that's where we're at.
But the point that I was trying to make is that I'm happy to give. It's not a problem if it's done lawfully and legally. Yeah, I'm more than happy to do that.
Yeah.
Now the problem is that I know, yeah, that the reasons that he's give is not legally and it's not lawfully. Yeah, I know this.
What reasons were they then, sir?
So I asked for something in the Police Reform Act 2015. Yeah, it quite clearly states in subsection Bravo that that I need to be committing something in Section 2 of the Antisocial Behaviour Act. So I need to be committing something in there. Me filming a public protest in a public place, and it's already in case law already up and down the country. I've had multiple civil claims, and it's not a problem, but it is not unlawful for me to do that. Okay, you know, like it's not.
But we also have powers as well, don't we?
Yeah, of course you've got powers.
If we believe that it is causing.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do with you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with you. Rather than give you my details, I'm going to walk over there, and I'm going to go. Rather than just all the palaver, because I can't be bothered with sending in paperwork. What's it going to cost? 1,500 quid, you know? And what's the point? You know, I'll sue you for 1,500 quid. Well, I can just walk away, you know.
What?
I'm not going to bother with it.
You're not going to bother with what was the point then?
Well, that's the point, you know. I might as well just go back over there, Like, I haven't committed no antisocial behaviour. You've just confirmed that.
I haven't confirmed that.
Well, you have basically.
I haven't. What I've said was that I believe that you were disrupting the people that were there. That's why they're moving away from you.
I was talking to my audience. Like you can see it here. Yes, I wasn't talking to anybody indirectly.
But
I was actually talking to these people here.
Can I do it?
Okay.
We'll do a bit each.
Yeah, do a bit each.
Yeah, is that all right?
Works out a little bit better, doesn't it? Yeah.
But the people were being disrupted, okay? And I know that you believe that it's your right to be able to speak as loudly as you want, just as it is theirs. But you were speaking loudly enough for them to have to turn around. Yeah. They're here for a reason. It's our job to protect everybody's rights there. Okay. So that's the reason that you've drawn our attention. Yeah. And for us asking you to move away.
I drew your attention when I first walked over, because when I first walked over, the people were smiling at me. They only come to me because you thought I was there to cause trouble, which I wasn't. Yeah, but
they immediately left.
After you come over, come on, you know.
Look,
let's just call it quits. Let's just call it quits.
My only caveat to that, you walking off, is if you are going to keep returning.
I won't come return.
If you are going to keep returning,
I won't return.
Then I'm assuming you know what when Section 34 people disperse.
Yeah, of course.
If you come back again,
I won't.
I will be deeming that you're doing it to cause trouble.
Okay,
right?
deal.
And then it will be.
Do you want to shake on it?
I'm not going to shake your hand.
All right, why not?
It'll be because I'm not going to. But thank you very much for cooperating.
I'll shake your hand instead.
No, I'm not going to.
No. You're not going to shake hands with a member of the public?
If you do return,
I don't know if you've washed your hands or not.
Let's break this down. This encounter highlights a classic conflict between public rights and police authority. The journalist consistently asserted his legal right to film and report, backing it up with legislation. On the other hand, the officers justified their actions based on potential disruption and public order concerns. But their legal grounds appeared shaky at times. No arrest was made, but the threat of it played a big role in shaping the outcome. Situations like this matter because they define the boundaries of freedom in public spaces. How far can police go to prevent disorder? And how firmly should individuals push back when they believe their rights are being challenged? If you found this breakdown as intense as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life body cam breakdowns.